Today you're going to get an up-close look at our new mobile communications app that can be branded for your district and allows you to publish content to your website right from your smartphone. And we're going to explore the wealth of tools and features included in our Centricity2 Essential Bundle. And it's 91% E-rate eligible to help reduce your out-of-pocket costs. Our guest speaker today is Jeff Windsor. He's our product specialist and sales support guru here at SchoolWires. As product specialist, Jeff is responsible for supporting the SchoolWires sales team on our product line. Before coming to SchoolWires, Jeff was a client and served for 10 years at as Internet Specialist for the Denton Independent School District in Denton, Texas. He was responsible for all aspects of the district's website and related training. So without further delay, Jeff, the mic is all yours.
Well, thank you, Deborah. Welcome, everyone. Hopefully today we'll be able to answer your questions about the mobile products that we offer, Centricity2 Essential, and how it all ties together via E-rate. I'm going to begin with our mobile app. It is a fully downloadable app available in the iTunes Store as well as the Android Google Play Store. It does allow you at the district to completely brand your app, so parents and community members will search for your district. For example, here, Deer Valley School District in Arizona uses our product, and so parents would search for Deer Valley. They'd be able to download that for free, so there's no cost for your parents to be able to access your district information using their smartphone and this downloadable native app. As you can see here, I've downloaded that to my iPhone, and I'm using a little piece of software called Reflector that allows you to see what's on my phone. So as I go ahead and open up the Deer Valley, you'll see that splash screen, and then it immediately goes into their information. One of the key elements of our product is that we control both sides of the equation. We give you the ability to publish your district's information using the state-of-the-art content management system called Centricity2, and all that information then ties directly in to the mobile app so that we can seamlessly provide that information back and forth. We provide you the ability to control the look and feel of that mobile app. So you have control over the banners, the backgrounds, the icons, all of that information, and it's instantly updated when you make changes within the system. As I mentioned earlier, one of those key elements is that you don't have to rely on, old-fashioned techniques for screen scraping or RSS feeds in order to connect the information together. It's all seamlessly done because SchoolWires does control both sides of the equation here. So for example, if I go into the headlines for Deer Valley, you'll see that it provides a list of those headline features that correspond directly to the headlines that are on the website. But you'll notice that it's not just giving me a giant picture of the whole website. It's formatted specifically for that small screen for the smartphone. If I were to go in to look at the DVEF Teacher of the Year nominations on my computer, you'll see that information presented as part of the Centricity2 Headlines and Features app. But if I look at that same thing on my phone by tapping on the link, you'll see the same information, but it's formatted specifically for that small screen. I can scroll. I don't have to pinch and zoom. I don't have to worry about the extra overhead of additional graphics and the overarching navigation of the site. It's specific for that small screen. So that way, mom and dad and the community members are able to quickly get to the information that they need right at their fingertips, regardless of where they are on the site. The district has control over each of these icons, and those icons can then point to content within the website or out to third-party content. So for example, here you'll see that Deer Valley uses PowerSchool for their student information system, and so they give that access so that the students and the parents can easily access that information log in to get that information and have those pieces of information provided by PowerSchool right at their fingertips, whether that's grades or attendance or anything else that their student information system provides. They can point this out to various school news items. They have a list of the various schools, and they can organize this in a way that makes it easy for you to find the various information and go out and get the specific information about that particular school. Here it's using the capabilities of the phone to present a map so I can, see where I am in relation to where that school is located. I can tap on the phone number to make that call to the high school, or I could click on the URL to go to their mobile optimized website. So it gives the best experience for that small screen right at their fingertips. Now to explore this a little bit further, I'd like to switch out of a client site and move over to one of our demonstration sites. So I'm going to go out to Lake Park School District, which uses the full Centricity2 user management and content management system. And I've downloaded a kind of a generic version of that onto my phone, that mobile communications app. As you can see here, the branding is consistent between the website and the phone, the mobile app. The content that is displayed here on the mobile app, just like at Deer Valley, ties directly in. So if I were to look at the district announcements on the page, I could go into the phone and view each one of those district announcements right here on the phone as well. This gives you, as I mentioned earlier, an easy way to show that information. You can have multiple screens on this mobile app. So as I swipe, I can get to another screen full of information. And as I mentioned earlier, this can tie into not only the app the content within your Centricity2 site, but you can also point out to third-party apps, whether it's the district's Facebook page, or perhaps the district's Twitter feed. Maybe it's a sports related item here where maybe you're using a third-party system to control and to publish all of your sport information. For example, high school sports, something like that. Or perhaps you can point this out to your lunch menu items. So whether you're using a calendar for those lunch menus to, see what particular, what we're having for any particular lunch on any particular day, or you're pointing out to adding the ability to add money and information on your lunch menu. This one happens to point out to mylunchmoney.com. So it truly gives the parent and the student and the community member all of the information they need right at their hands. It uses a familiar icon-based navigation, so they don't have to relearn and try to figure out how that works. It works the way they would expect it to work on their particular device. Now, as we look a little bit at the editing experience, let's go ahead. I've logged into my district website as a site director, someone who has the rights to edit and manage not only the website, but also the mobile app. And so I'm going to go into the Site Manager experience, which window is already open, and I'm able to go in and configure that information right here from within Site Manager. Now, you can give the ability to edit this to other people using our granular permissions. We call them passports. And so I could create a passport with the rights to edit just this smartphone app and be able to disseminate the ability to update that mobile app beyond simply the site director capabilities. Here you can see a graphical representation of each of the screens and the ability for me to add additional information on here. So let me go ahead and add another icon, and we'll add it to this second screen here on my phone to that lower right-hand corner that is the next available slot. So I'll go ahead and click on Add Screen. I'm able to tie this into information that's within my website or with some pre-configured areas, whether it's the Twitter account, Facebook, maybe it's out to a third-party system, which is what I'm going to use for this demonstration here. So I'm going to go ahead and select that and click Continue. I'm going to give this a name that makes sense to people coming to the site. I'm actually going to point this out to PBS, which has some educational resources that I'd like to share out with my constituents on my site. I can set the name of that icon. I can select the icon that will be used. Now, I can select from the currently used theme, just basic black, or I could come out here and try a different one, whether it's, you know, a blue, maybe we'll put it in an outline black, or maybe a cartoon look here. So I'm going to go ahead and select this, this apple for my icon. And here's where I can point this to content within my Centricity2 site, or I can map it out to a third-party site, which is what I'm going to do here to point to pbs.org. I click Save. The icon is immediately added to the screen, the list of screens on that second one. And then when someone comes to the site on their phone, it is immediately added to that area. When they click that on the phone, it'll take them out to pbs.org, where they can get to all the information that I've made available to them with that link. Okay? As you notice, that was immediately updated. I don't have to upload that to the Google or to the iTunes store for approval. I have complete control over that right there at my fingertips. If I don't want that on that second screen, maybe I want to move that to a more prominent position, I can simply select Rearrange Icons and click and drag. So maybe I'll place that PBS link right front and center on that first line, and I click Save, and again, immediately updates on your app. So we give you that control and that power, so when someone comes to the site, that PBS link is right there front and center. If I want to change the overall appearance of that site, I can easily do so by simply uploading the appropriate sized image to replace this Lake Park School District banner. Similarly, I can upload a different background image. So instead of using this white background with the watermark, I can upload a different background, maybe a chalkboard motif, or a nice picture of a local landmark, or something that really personalizes it. And I can do this all myself anytime and get instant updates as I publish that out. Likewise, if I want to change the text color for the news items here that are currently have a dark blue text color here, I can swap that out myself anytime. Let's change it to let's do it to a green, a dark green here. So I select that color, click Save Changes, and now the next time I come out to the site and refresh that and go to one of those list items, like the news items there, it's now available in that dark green. Okay? I have the ability to add a banner at the top of the app, up here at the top, to let people know to grab their attention when they come to that app. And I can do that through that mobile notification here. And so here, maybe I want to let people know that school is going to be closed due to the inclement weather. I'll just put that announcement up at the top. School is closed today due to weather. Okay. I can choose to have this mobile notification show up just today and tomorrow, or until I specify an ending date. I can also check this box and have that be sent out as a true push notification that will, for everyone who has this app installed on their device, their phone will buzz or beep, or a banner will pop up, or however they've configured their mobile device to react to that push notification. Okay. So this allows you to grab their attention immediately, even if the app isn't open, if they've made their device let them know that they have a push notification pending. They'll also, when they go into the app, they'll be able to see that banner across the top and grab their attention right away. We also give you the ability to tie into your mobile website, so that when people come to your website on a small phone, I can enable a banner that lets them know that there is a true mobile downloadable app available to them. So that helps you, advertise the fact that you have a mobile app when people come to your website on a small screen on the smartphone. Okay. Now, all of that is great and wonderful and has tremendous power and possibilities for sharing information about what's going on in your district. But what really sets us apart is that ability for you to manage your website and your mobile app from your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of Site Manager because I really don't need it at this point, because let's say I want to add an announcement to my district website and all I have is my phone. The scenario I usually talk about is, let's say you're the site director, you're standing in line at Starbucks at 7 in the morning, and your superintendent calls and says, I need an announcement placed on the website right now. Well, it's going to be a half hour before you get to your computer. Can it wait till 7:30? No, it's got to be on there right now. So you simply open up your SchoolWire's mobile communications app, you log in, and because you have the rights to edit parts of your website, you'll be presented with this Site Manager. And so you'll select Site Manager. It'll bring up a navigation ability for you to navigate to the parts of the website that you have rights to. Now, I'm logged in as a site director. I can get anywhere that I want to on the site, navigate throughout the entire organization here. But for this particular one, I'm going to go to this main home page, and I'm going to add an announcement by simply tapping on the announcement icon. This lists all of the announcements apps that I have available on that page. There's just one, that District Announcements. So I'll select that, and I'll see a listing of each of the announcements that I've previously placed on that page. The Parent Survey, the Faculty Fitness Sessions, and the Attention Alumni. Now, I could turn any of these on and off by simply touching the little green pill there. Let's make the kindergarten registration inactive. So I simply touch it. It immediately makes it inactive and lets me know, so that the next time somebody comes to the website or refreshes and looks at those district announcements, that kindergarten registration information is now deactivated. If I want to reactivate it again on my phone, I simply touch that little pill, it becomes active again, and so I can easily control that content right there from my phone. But let's go back to that scenario where the superintendent wants that announcement placed right here on the page very quickly. I can, again, simply come to my phone, click the Add button. We'll give it a title, and we'll just call this Game Change. And I'm not very good at typing on a phone, so for the announcement, I'm actually going to use the capabilities of the phone to actually dictate this, because that works a lot better for me. So let me go ahead and put in that information about the change about the game. The basketball tournament has been moved from the auxiliary gymnasium to the main gymnasium, period. Thank you, Apple. Then I simply click Save. The announcement is added. I can instantly go to my phone, go into that announcement and see that game change announcement. But then I can also go to the website, and that's updated immediately onto my phone or onto the website. And this goes for any piece of capabilities that we have within that mobile site manager. So let's say in this rotating photo gallery that I want to take a snapshot of that winning basket in the basketball tournament. And so I can be standing there, near the goal line and be able to click that picture and then use the photo gallery tool to upload that photo right here into this current photo gallery. I can click Add, I can choose a photo that I've already taken or take a new one, and then go through the process of uploading that to my phone. Likewise, I could do that with the audio podcast. So I can use this, I can record that on my phone and be able to add it to my website right there. In a similar way, where we use the mobile notification to add a banner across the top, I can do that all from my phone as well. So I can go into Site Manager, click on the notifications, because I have the rights to edit that notification. Typically, a site director, would have that capability to do that. So I can go in there, I can clear out the existing one with just one touch. Then when we come back to the website, that banner is gone. If I, at any time, need to add another announcement at the top, again, a matter of just clicking on notification. We're going to talk this into there. School will be open tomorrow, period. Check the website for any late start information, period. I can easily add that, and again, then when they come to the website, that is added across the top. And that's wonderful for that pieces of information that you want to get to very quickly. Just as an FYI, because I'm a site director, I also have the ability to lock and unlock user accounts right here from my phone. As you may know, the Centricity2 user management system has a password protect feature that if you miss your password 5 times in a row, it's going to lock you out for either a certain period of time or until an administrator unlocks that account. This helps to prevent from brute force hacking attempts where people keep trying to hack into your site. If that were to happen, let's say you have a principal that calls up and says, hey, I'm locked out of my website, can you unlock my account? Then whoever has the capabilities can pull that up on their phone, no matter where they are. They don't have to go find a computer and log in order to do that. Now, all this functionality currently exists. We will continue to update these kinds of editing and configuration capabilities as part of our ongoing updates to the product. As we hear back from our clients, as you say, boy, I wish it would do X, Y, and Z, then we will add that into our project list, and we will very quickly get that kind of functionality out to you as our resources allow. Now, this is wonderful for a site director, but this actually extends even out to a teacher. So let's say I'm a teacher in the district, and I'm Beth Hopkins, and on my teacher page, I have class announcements. Or maybe I have an audio podcast here where I've been recording ideas and adding them here to the page. Or maybe I have a class photo gallery that I collect photos from field trips or when we're out discovering certain things. Because I have the rights to edit my page, I could log in as Beth Hopkins, and then when I go to Site Manager, I would be immediately taken to the areas that I have access to, and I can do those functions that I have the rights and privileges to do. So I could easily add an announcement to my home page, letting my students know that the test on Friday is being postponed till Monday, or to remind them to bring that number 2 pencil for the test on Monday. I can add a podcast by simply recording that on my phone and adding it to an existing podcast app page that's on my site. And then, of course, I could upload photos, whether it's activities within the class. I just take that picture with my phone, upload it to my site, and add it into the photo gallery. So the functionality goes beyond just the site director, things like those notifications on the main page and unlocking users and pushing out those notifications, to even down to the teacher, where they can do things like add announcements, publish photos, and record podcasts and have those available on the website. The Centricity2 mobile communications app is available to any district who is a current Centricity2 client or would like to be a Centricity2 client, because the two work together hand in hand. It makes a nice round way for you to take care of your mobile strategies and be able to address the needs of all of your constituents, regardless of what device they're using to get to your site. With that, I'd like to transition over a little bit to our Centricity2 Essential Package. The Centricity2 Essential Package is the Centricity2 content management system, plus about 4 added value items to that particular package. What we've done is we've taken our software, our content management system, and we've added some additional value added to that and bundled it all together for a combined capability of up to 91% E-rate eligibility. And what this means for you is not only can you better reach the needs of all of your constituents, have a fantastic brand, and project a really professional image to any new families or prospective families coming to your district, but you can also then provide those kind of features and two-way communication elements that will really make your site more than just an electronic bulletin board, but more of an engaging communication strategy for your entire community. So to show that, I'd like to just show a couple elements of the Centricity2 Essential Package. It does include the content management system, the ability for you to publish information out. We offer up to 250 what we call sections, or those spaces that you give to a department or to a teacher or to anyone who wants to be their own quote-unquote webmasters. Within these sections, you can have unlimited pages to share information about what's going on in your district. All of this content can be set to be viewable based on your membership to the site. So, for example, if I log in as a school board member, I can get access to a school board intranet site that has unlimited pages within this section available to me to share information. And only people with that school board membership will be able to actually see that content. The next element of the Essential Package is what we call the social media framework. Back in the old days, people would use a blog for some non-standard ways because back then, blogs were the only thing on the site that allowed for commenting or allowed for the community to express their comments and their opinions on the website. That read-write capability that takes your page from just being an electronic bulletin board to an interactive communication medium. So what we did is we looked at that activity and we built into the very fabric of the platform the ability to snap on those social elements to any part of our site. So for example, here on the news headlines, you can see that for any particular news item, we've added the ability to have threaded comments. So I can come in, I can post my comment. These comments can be moderated so you're never embarrassed by any community member and what they say, because you can moderate that and approve or deny that comment from being shown. We also offer the ability to have a 5-star rating, which allows people to quickly express their opinions about the quality of any piece of content without having to write anything. So they can simply, for example here, 2 people have voted here on the Go Big with SAD item. So if I go in and give that 5-star ratings, now 3 people have, with an average of 4.5 stars for that. We give you the ability to snap on RSS feeds for any of these content areas. And we can also even give you granular permissions to let the community add an item here if they want to. Again, everything being moderated so you're never embarrassed by what goes on there. So that social media framework extends your website to a much more interactive, much more engaging experience than simply people coming to your site and reading what you have to share. The next key element of our product that I want to showcase here is the personal dashboard. That personal dashboard that allows you to pin content into areas that make sense to you. And to show this, I'm actually going to log in as a parent. Susan Miller is a parent of 2 children in the district here. When she comes to the website, she usually goes to a certain set of pages on a regular basis. She'll check the district announcements. She'll look at the district calendar. She'll navigate over to her son's website or son's teacher page to check for announcements and assignments. Look at the lunch menu to see whether he's going to buy his lunch or take his lunch that day. And so there's a certain set of pages that she goes to on a regular basis. So what we did is we looked at that behavior and we provided a way for someone to pin content from across the website and even across the internet onto a dashboard that is personalized for that particular individual. So here, when Susan Miller logs into the district's website, she has her personalization set to immediately go to that dashboard. So here, she has pinned content from across the set of websites into this one place so she can easily get to all of those key things that she sees on a regular basis. So using the announcements gadget, she's posted the district announcements right here on her tab. She's pulled the calendar events using the upcoming events gadget. She's pulled in recent messages from her PTA group that she belongs to. Here she's pulled in, using the RSS reader, a set of announcements from one of the teachers. And here she has her shortcuts saved onto her dashboard so she can get access to them anytime, anywhere, on any device. So instead of bookmarking a site on her work computer and then going home and not having access to that, she can post that here on her dashboard and have access to it anytime, anywhere. She's created tabs for each of her children, Lucas at the high school and Elena at the elementary. For Lucas, she's not only pinned the announcements from both the guidance office and the high school, the main school announcements, she's also pinned the lunch menu so she can see whether he's going to take his lunch or buy his lunch. He's having trouble in social studies, and so she's pinned the announcements from the social studies website so that she can see those at a glance. And then she's pinned the section membership. And basically this is her child's schedule with each of the teachers or each of the classes that that child is enrolled in displayed here in this section membership gadget. This can be automatically tied to the student information system. So if Lucas drops out of chorus and enrolls in shop class instead, then as soon as that information is changed in the student information system, then the next day this would be reflected with that new schedule. She can easily add gadgets herself by going through here and selecting from the growing list of gadgets that we allow, and then can easily configure those. Doesn't require any special skills, simply follow the instructions on the screen. If she wants to take a tour of this the first time she goes through that, we have a very low-tech tour that walks her through all of the important parts of the dashboard, giving her information on how to make all that work for her. The district can pre-configure some gadgets, so when a parent first comes in, they get the gadgets that the district feels would be important for them to have, and then of course they can go in and customize that to their liking. In addition to the dashboard, we also provide a planner. It's a personal calendar that Susan can personalize to her needs. Here she can overlay multiple calendars into one view, so she can see all of the events from not only the main district calendar, but also the main high school calendar and the main elementary calendar, all aggregated into one view. If she wants to filter out information that doesn't really pertain to her, for example, this light blue staff meeting category, she can easily just filter that out and her site is updated instantly. What really sets us apart is we give her the ability to add her own events to this calendar. So for example, if she needs to remember to bring cookies next Friday, then she can easily add that into the event, give it a category of her My Events, and we'll just set it for an all-day event, add that. Then this becomes that electronic refrigerator calendar so she can keep track of everything that's going on in her life, whether it's her carpool schedule or anything else. We also give her the ability then, because we know she is the parent of Lucas and Elena, we can give her visibility into what's going on in their lives. So at a glance, she can see what Lucas has on his planner, and all the information, whether it's tests or assignments that the teachers have added in. And as you can see here, Lucas has aggregated his entire schedule, all of the calendars for each of the classes that he's taking here into this one view. So it really gives that person, that individual, Susan Miller as a parent, visibility into everything that revolves around their children and the school to which they belong. In addition to the personal dashboard, the My View, we also offer a single sign-on solution, and that's exemplified here as well because Susan has pinned the passkey gadget onto her favorites, so it shows up regardless of which tab she's in. Now, the passkeys allow you to have single sign-on access to the other web applications that the district provides. And the idea here is that the parent or the student or the teacher or whomever logs into your district once, and then from there gets one-click access to the other web applications that typically require a login credentials, username and password, or secure token to get into that. So now Susan can, with one click, can access Elena's Dreambox account and see her progress within Dreambox Learning. What this does is it increases the potential for use of this particular resource, so it gives a better return on investment for your district because those third-party applications are going to be used more because it's so easy to get into. It also increases the potential security because now it's so easy to get into, we don't have to remember a very long, hard-to-guess, very secure password. And it also reduces the urge to write that password down on a sticky note and stick it under their keyboard or on their monitor. So you get increased use of the products, increased security because you can use more secure passwords to get access to those. And it also, for example, for your student information system, rather than trying to move the data from one system to the other in order to display it, we can simply leave that data in the web application that it belongs and provide that single sign-on access. So mom can quickly get in and see grades for Lucas and his attendance and that information, accessing it in the site that it originated, so I don't have to worry about data transfer issues back and forth. We give you a set of 10 of the most popular passkeys, and then we give you a tool where you can configure your own passkeys, so you don't have to keep coming back to us for additional programming or connection configuration information. It's a very popular way to provide that quick access to those other applications while still retaining central control over what passkeys or what applications are made available. You can roll these passkeys out to any particular group. So parents may have this set of passkeys, students may have a complete different set. Then finally, I'd like to talk a little bit about the mobile web app included in the Centricity2 application, the essential package. This is different than the downloadable app. This is actually when someone comes to your website on a smartphone. So if you come to your district's URL on the smartphone, you're going to be presented with an optimized view of that website. We provide you, included in the cost of the essential package, the ability to tie into up to 8 icons per school of information that you want people to access on these small screens. And much like on the downloadable mobile app, it does tie in and is optimized for that view. So if I come into the headlines on my web app and I look at that Independence High School news item, I'm going to get the same kind of formatted information for that small screen, but without having to download anything, without having to configure anything on my site. It just immediately happens on that small screen. Now, to differentiate it between the two, it simply gives you those 8 icons, and then if they want to see the rest of the site, down at the bottom of this web view, they can click on the View Full Site and see the regular website on the small screen and pinch and zoom until they see all of the information available. So in short, we give you the capabilities not only to meet the straight content management capabilities, but also extend that out to things like an increased engagement using the social media framework, the ability to provide a personalized view using My View, that single sign-on access to make better use of the third-party applications with a more secure and easier to use interface using My Passkeys. And then finally, Centricity2 Essential includes a optimized web view for the small screen, for the phone, that you can configure and make changes yourself. All of this bundled together into a 91% E-rate eligible product. And what that means is that for every dollar that you're eligible to receive, you can get up to 91% reimbursement from the government through USAC. Now, if you need more information on any of the information, anything that you've seen here, we would be happy to do a personalized demonstration for you or to answer any other questions related to the downloadable mobile app or the Centricity2 Essential package. And with that, I'm going to turn this back over to Deborah for any questions or answers.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jeff. Great information. And now's the time to enter your questions in the Q&A section if you have them for Jeff. And Jeff, we did have a few that have come in. So the first question, can you give us a demo of how to pin information to the gadgets in the dashboard?
Absolutely. You need to give me back permission to show the screen, and I'll show how to pin that gadget.
Okay, you've got it.
Okay, I'm going to share my desktop. Okay, and so let's say that I'm logged into Susan Miller. Let's say that I'm out here at Independence High School at the teacher's page. And you'll notice here that on the class announcements, I have this little pin button, so I can pin this information to my dashboard. I simply click on that. It's going to ask me, do I want to add this to my view? I can either add it to a gadget I've already created, or I can create a new gadget. And I'm going to have a new gadget onto my gadgets, and I'm going to call this, we'll make it really different, New for Webinar, just so you know it's different than everybody else's. Content name, Beth Hopkins, we'll just leave it at that, and click Save. So now, if I go to my view as Susan Miller, then now onto this gadget we should have New for Webinar, that information pinned onto the content. That's the easy way. The other way is to actually go in to click Add. I'll click on, let's see, maybe what would be a good one here? Add a new passkey gadget on here, and I would go through the process of configuring that and adding that, and it would then show all of my passkeys on there. Each one of these can be configured. You can go in and change the settings on any one of these. Okay?
Wonderful. Thank you. Looks easy to me. The next question is there training offered for our users to be able to use MyView?
Absolutely. In fact, one of the things that we recently made available is under the help.schoolwires.com, our new help site. We do now have the ability to have information for parents. And so as a user of our site, you can make any of these particular pieces of content available to your users by simply linking out to them, or even giving them a link to this page where they can get not only PDFs of these particular pieces of information, but interactive video tutorials for these topics here. And as we receive feedback from our clients, we will continue to add to this collection of information.
Perfect. Thank you. Do the passkeys work with a lot of different student information systems, or is there just a few?
Passkeys work with about 85% of all web applications out there. Because we store the username and password to those other systems, we have to make sure that when we pass that information, the other system can accept that format and doesn't require some kind of CAPTCHA, you know, where you find the little letters you have to write in there that are all squiggled up. So anything that's randomized in that fashion, it won't work with that. But what some people will do is they'll go ahead and place that passkey, even though it may not provide that single sign-on, they'll go ahead and create a passkey and have it on there, and then when people click on it, they may have to go ahead and sign in anyway. Even though it doesn't give single sign-on to 100% of them, it does give a focus so all of your web applications are in one location.
Good. Great. I have one more question, so if there's any other questions, this is last call. And the last one is, am I able to edit or publish from my phone with the web app that comes with the Essential package?
Unfortunately, no. The web app is truly just a web view of the site that's on there. There's no editing experience there. It's truly meant to give an optimized view for viewing purposes only. Today, the only way that you can edit from your phone is to use the downloadable mobile app.
Great. And Jeff, I think that's all the questions that have come in. So if you want to move to the next slide, we'll just let people know that to learn more about SchoolWires and our solutions, go ahead and visit our website at schoolwires.com. And if you come up with any other questions you want to ask us, feel free to email us at sales@schoolwires.com. We can discuss your options. We can schedule demos for you. We can go through the Centricity2 essential packaging. So whatever you need, we're here for you. And Jeff, I just wanted to thank you again for giving a great presentation as always. And everyone else, thank you for joining us today. Keep an eye out for our email with the webinar recording. You'll get that soon. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.